Hey there, this is Ignat, and this is my time lapse of Bevie's Escape. Bevie's Escape, uh, well, is actually part of a story. I think it's the fourth part, and I already drew the first part, which is Saint Bevie, Liberator of Mad Souls. So for those who saw that, I hope you liked it, and for those who didn't, you can actually check it on my DeviantArt. I will post a link below. Yes, so the story goes like the following. Um, a woman cheated her husband, and Saint Bevy was not happy with it. So she killed a person. And usually, people in the town didn't think about doing bad things like that. So that means her power diminished by time, and also people start to believe less in her as a saint. Also, the next generation goes on, and they forget about her basically, which is like the church. And Belgium is a good place to talk about these things. In Belgium, people are believing less and less in church. They even used to believe in ghosts back then. Okay, now it's way less. It's a very small margin of that believes in things. So just like that, Saint Bevy has a problem. She's actually just a mage that pretends to be you know, a saint. So things turn out bad, and yeah, this art is already the fourth or fifth panel. I'm not too sure what comes first because I still have to draw the others. I did draw a panel that's way further ahead, which is Iginat. He's a demonic kind of mage zombie. I will. I already posted that on my channel before. So yeah, and maybe one day when I'm done with all these drawings, I will make some kind of book. Maybe people can read about the mini text. Like it's like a children's book but for adults. Might be fun, but there's a lot of work still left because I'm also gonna start painting. I just bought my stuff from Amazon. My art store next to my job is crazy expensive. Yo, I want to get acrylic paint, and they're asking like €8 for a little bottle, for I think 60 ml, and then the big ones are like 18 for one acrylic paint. In Amazon for €19, I get like 12 pens brushes and 24 paints. Like crazy difference, right? So yeah, now we're going to talk about my sufferings. So when I start drawing my sketch, I don't really see exactly the mistakes. Okay, and that's why I just keep drawing, and I didn't really check the proportions perfectly, especially the way that her stance is not an easy one. I didn't even ask anyone to pose like that. It's literally just drawn out of my head. So yeah, if there's a mistake, just tell me. But I feel like it's pretty decent. So yeah, no complaining about it from me. Now, the face was a problem, a huge problem. You can tell, I was trying to make her face look normal, and with every try, things just get worse. So I decided to cut off her head and see if I can fix it in a straight way and not lying down way, which makes the drawing like way much harder, in my opinion. So I put it back, and it felt like it looked better, but something else was not doing well. By the way, the reason I enlarged the drawing It's because I want to have a playmat with my custom drawing. So I took the measurements of a playmat, which is 61 centimeters over, what was that, 38? I'm not sure anymore. Yeah. So I did that, and I even ordered it when I was finished with it. Might take another week or two before I will get it. So here you see the statue. Saint Bevie has an ability where she can actually teleport from the statue. So you can see the teleportation. I didn't even put that much effort into that because I think it looks good enough for what it is. You don't really have to make everything like crazy. But the character, yes, the character is a very important part of it because she is drawing the attention. And if the drawing is not good, the character and the colors are like too faded or not, well, people might not get too interested to even watch it. However, people don't really like to watch my stuff. Yeah. And partially of that is because I don't have algorithm and I need to do something about it. And I will try. So, do we still have time? Yes, okay. I will talk about other things, like I'm also like painting things, like I said about the brushes, right? My first paint from this year, from like, I think I didn't paint for like over 20 years. I think 22 years to be exact. I wasn't that good at it, but I think I still had a decent portraits and stuff. I even sold one to family. Yeah. So the first drawing I already sketched it. It's like a spider, more like a flying tarantula. I still have to make a name for it, but yeah. I'm just wondering if people like if I just paint it on stream, even though I already have the sketch. The other thing is, I'm not sure if I'm really good at painting in real life. Because even digitally, I'm not that great. To be honest, I'm still learning. But I think this drawing is okay. So, yeah. Back to the drawing. I mean, before we go back to the drawing, I also play a little bit of MTG online. I don't know if people even want to consider me to stream the game. I called maybe, I mean, MTG Arena, by the way. I called if people are interested, but I'm not as good as those people like MTG Goldfish and Covered Go Blue. These people, they go for the crazy cards. I'm just playing for fun. I do like to play Commander, by the way, and I haven't played much. But anyways, yeah, that was the video of the time lapse. But about the Commander, yeah, I play on my own to see how things work, and I understand like probably almost 90% of the game. The other 10% I will probably still search with my cell phone. AI actually helps you a lot too. So yeah, people still play the game wrong, by the way. But I need to go now, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be back with more art. So thank you for watching, and see you later. Bye.